Skies episode. Haven't done this in a long time. We only did it once before, which is turning on the camera that we use all the time on Twitch, but we haven't really used on YouTube. Thought we'd turn it on today, give it a try. The plan today is to just quest after quest after quest, and hopefully make a bunch of progress towards completing the pack. So why don't we start? I still don't know why getting started isn't finished. I've done every quest in here. Is there a reward I missed grabbing? We'll have to worry about that later, but powering up. Why don't we go through a couple of these here? And to do this expansion, we are going to need to set up our AE2 system a lot better. So what I was thinking we'd do is break the Holy Fountain. I know, it's sacrilege. And, oh, that's right. I had an item frame with our XP sword in it. Why don't we throw that over at the mob farm? And now we can tear this down and make a little area for applied energistics. Gonna just set up a little bit here using the blocks we got. The biggest thing I want to get going is some auto crafting and the sort. And then I also want to dive into elemental craft today. Probably do its quest chain. Now, something we need to keep up while we are questing here is getting honey into our system. So we'll have to keep remembering to put combs in the centrifuge. That is kind of like a massive priority. Why don't we make some upgrades for the centrifuge? I know we can put speed. So why don't we see if we can make a couple of these? Let's make some comb blocks. We'll just make them out of ancient. That's fine. We've got so many, it doesn't matter. We're gonna need some honey treats, which we got. Oops, still typing. Let's favorite this recipe. We're going to need some upgrade bases. 3, 4, 5. I think it takes 5. Oh, it takes 4. Oops. We can put the other one in here. This way we'll process combs a lot faster, get our honey, and we need 100 buckets of it. We currently have almost 20. Now, what's something we can probably make a heat generator and get that quest done. Perfect. Gives you a lava bucket. Let's look at some of the other here. We haven't set up mechanism yet. We'll get to those. A pitiful generator we can make. Now, I know a pity machine frame is a quest, so why don't we look at Industrial Foregoing's quest chain. We're going to need a fluid extractor. Just make the plate and fluid extractor. Perfect. And then we need a latex processing unit, which it gives us a bucket of latex, which is super awesome. Let's see here, latex processing unit. And there's the pity machine frame quest. Perfect. Let's go ahead and make the pitiful generator. Which gives us that quest in powering up. That is now complete. Not going to use it though. Let's see if we need to put our... Oh boy, Aka... There it is. Let's see if we can put this in our Akashic Tome so we don't lose it. Excellent. And then why don't we keep going on some quests here? It takes any dynamo. I think we'll just make a magmatic dynamo. We'll see if we have the resources. We need a Invar gear, which does require an iron nugget. And we need a flux coil, which I can't remember if there was a quest for thermal expansion. There is. Awesome. Ooh, you get to choose. I'm gonna choose a thing of creosote. Let's keep going through some quests here. Why don't we make a fluid drawer? Complete that quest, which gives you some cyclic pipes. Interesting. And we'll do a few more storage here. We just need to make a drawer. Oh, bunch of quests for that. Awesome. We just need to make a storage controller and an armory cabinet. Yeah, face cam. I actually did a face cam way early on, but I just haven't done it since because not many, you know, Minecraft YouTube videos, they don't really use face cam. But it's just felt so weird. I have this whole nice streaming setup. I've got all the lights, the camera, because I streamed on Twitch. And I was like, you know what? We'll throw my face in the corner. And, you know, if people don't like it, they'll let me know and we'll turn it off. But until then, we will just use it. Let's go ahead and get a storage controller. We just need a comparator. Oh, and we need another drawer. Okay, another quest complete. And then we need an armory cabinet. And we're actually going to use this armory cabinet because we have a lot of armor. And that's not good to have in our ME system. But having the cabinet will make it all work better. We're going to create an AE2 sub network for this. I'm probably going to need a few. What I'm thinking, as we go to start doing recipes here, let's expand our AE2 to be able to autocraft for us. So I'm going to start by making a molecular assembler. manually, as well as a pattern provider. And we're going to hook these up to the network. I'm going to move our storage drive here to over here. And I'm going to take a cable, run it back to here. Now, if we place our assembler and a pattern provider, all we need is a pattern interface, pattern access terminal, and pattern encoding terminal. So we're going to need ME crafting terminal. Gonna need all the formation cores. Go ahead and make that. And our crafting terminal, and finally our pattern encoding terminal. With this terminal, we can make patterns. And the very first pattern we're gonna make is a pattern for patterns. But we gotta make some patterns first. So make some blank patterns. We'll come in here and make a pattern for patterns. I'm just gonna put it in here manually for now. And let's go ahead and just request a few of these. Oh, I'm not thinking straight. We probably need a crafting CPU. So we're gonna make a very basic 1K, or here, let's see if we can make a, we've got some 4Ks. Why don't we try to make just a couple tiers up here. Oh, I should have made 1, 2, 3. 1 and 1. So we can make a 64K storage cell. If I can find it, there it is. And we'll go ahead and turn this into a 64K crafting module. We just need a crafting unit. And there we go. Why don't we give it a coprocessor? Which is going to be another crafting unit. And we'll throw this down over here. So now we should be able to request patterns. Meanwhile, we do need more Certus, which I'll probably trade for manually. Also grab some Fluix. And I think I'm going to turn off the auto system here for a second. Dang, our range is crazy. I just broke a block all the way over there. That was nuts. And we'll place our auto trader here, give him emeralds. And hopefully we'll be able to fill up on Certus. Okay, that's maxed at the moment. Now that we have a pattern for patterns, I'm going to make a pattern for molecular assemblers. And we'll make a pattern for formation cores. And for annihilation cores. For quartz glass. And crafting tables. Then we'll make patterns for the pattern provider. These are always the first patterns you want to make, because now we can auto-craft the materials needed to be able to put more patterns in the system. I will need some actual better ME cable, which will probably be the next patterns we make. We'll just go for dense Fluix with Fluix Smart and Fluix Covered. And I'll throw the two basic ones in. Request a few of these. Let's see if we have wool in here. Oh, we need... Okay, so this is where we start to run into needing more patterns. But that is why we have made more pattern providers. I'm also going to make some more molecular assemblers. And this should allow us to really get up and running here. Oh, we're getting fishing loot over here. Why don't I fill this in so we don't have to deal with that? Probably going to need to upgrade our power gen today. I have stopped getting boots. Is it because we don't have... We're missing a fishing enchant here. Please let me hit them. Oh, it was server lag, that's why. All the items going through to the nether. We'll go ahead and pick up these items. I guess I can't. We'll have to use our magnet. There we go. Gonna throw this loot down here so that I don't have to worry about it. Oops, not the dense pattern. Let's grab our molecular assemblers and set up an area here. I'm gonna move this crafting storage. to actually just connect over here for now, so that we can safely build a full stack of molecular assemblers and pattern providers. I'm not going to cover that pattern provider yet because we haven't made a pattern access terminal, which is on the list of things to make. But we need Fluix cable as a pattern, as well as quartz fiber. Go ahead and throw these in manually. Now I should be able to request some dense cable. And our machines will slowly work on that. And the reason I want the dense cable is this basic cable only carries 8 channels. We want to carry the full 32 possible. So I'm going to come out here. And we do need some regular cable. We are short on wool in the system, but not short on wool in the game, I'll tell you that. We just haven't added that loot to our ME system. Let's keep some combs going here. I totally forgot. Gonna take some of our smart cable, because these only connect with smart cable, not with dense. And what I'll do is request a few more molecular assemblers. While those are crafting, let's check on our trade. Get some more Certus, as well as clean up our inventory a tiny bit. I have some yellow heart canisters. Did we need... Oh, it's because we were making the next tier. That's right. We'll grab our molecular assemblers here. And finish off this slice. This is a pretty efficient method to set up a auto crafter. It is not the most efficient because we are sharing molecular assemblers, but it's better than only one molecular assembler. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually craft a pattern access terminal, which we're going to need a illuminated panel. Oops, we are in the pattern encoder. We'll need some of the... Oh, we need quartz glass. Which we can just request. Let's get a bunch of that made. And make our pattern access terminal. Oh, we are short Fluix dust. Now, Fluix dust, we can just inscribe Fluix dust, or Fluix crystals, which is what we will probably do. Let me go ahead and grab some emeralds and grab a fresh bunch of Fluix crystal. There's a loot bead that just spawned, and I'm not sure where. Ah, there he is. Let's throw some of these crystals into one of our inscribers. Get some fluix dust. And now we should be able to make this. Perfect. So now we have the pattern access terminal, which for now is just in our ore setup processor. Why don't we make a pattern for acceleration cards, as well as a pattern for the advanced cards, and throw these in here. And I'm going to request a bunch of acceleration cards. The reason for this is all of the molecular assemblers can be upgraded with acceleration cards, and it's best to keep up on it from the start. Luckily, you can just shift right click them in. Which we'll do now. Gonna need a few more. Because I want to put these in our advanced inscribers as well. All right, let's go ahead and finish. Just make sure they all get cards. Perfect. So those are all sped up now. Let's speed up our inscribers. Which inscriber are we missing? Silicon Engineering Logic. We're missing our calculation inscriber. That's right. It's because I took... Oh no, it's right here. Okay, never mind. Go ahead and put our acceleration cards in our network tool. The reason for that is because I hate crafting drawers. That is the whole reason we got this set up. So why don't we make a pattern for drawers and for chests? Throw these in our... Uh-oh. Why did it get split up? Are we having power problems? Nope. Eight of 32. I'm not sure why they got split up, but they all do the same thing. We'll have to look into that later. Maybe when we were doing our acceleration cards. Oh, it's because I missed a couple areas here. I missed this one. I think I got all the others. Yeah, I think we're good. Yep, that fixed it. Okay. Excellent. And we'll make a pattern. 4 armory cabinets. See if I can type the mod right. We want our @functional storage. And I want a armory cabinet. Need a pattern for comparators. And now I should just be able to ask for a armory cabinet. Perfect. Chapter complete. Storage. Now what we're going to do is create a sub-network for the armory cabinet by taking some quartz fiber and our cables here. Going to clean this up a tiny bit. Oh, I placed an invisible light source with the pick. My bad. Gonna break some of these leaves. And our subnetwork will just go right here. Now how this will work is we will have an export bus Actually, we're going to do this a different way. Now that I'm thinking more about it. Let me check that the interface can have a fuzzy filter. Let me just double check. Fuzzy. Perfect. It does. Even a storage bus can have fuzzy. In that case, we are going to need a storage bus. But why don't we see what the Applied Energistics questline wants us to do? We already finished Applied Energistic questline. Perfect. So I need a storage bus, which we will make a pattern for. We'll need a pattern for pistons and for sticky pistons. And then a pattern for ME interfaces, as well as interface panels. Throw these in here. Okay. Now, let's get a storage bus. Oop, we're missing... Oh, it wants tinted glass. That means one of our recipes is wrong. Let's grab our pattern here. And we need to say allow substitutions. And we want glass in here anyway. Ooh, we don't have glass over here. Let's grab some from this. Again, everything will eventually be hooked up to the ME system. It's just not yet. So let's come to the pattern provider, type in glass. And that means some of our patterns are wrong, but that's okay. We'll come across them eventually, I'm sure. But let's make a storage bus. and a interface. And we'll actually need one more storage bus. Perfect. I'm going to move our cabinet back a little bit. I'm going to go storage bus, cable, interface, storage bus, cable, cable. Then we will hook this up. Beautiful. So this is getting power. This is now a valid armory cabinet. Now what I can do is come to this storage bus, and we're gonna need a fuzzy card. And a recipe for capacity cards. Throw these in here. I may have missed some patterns, but hopefully we can make the fuzzy cards. Beautiful. Let's check our status of our Certus crystals. Keep them rolling in. Take a snooze. Keep our combs going. We need honey. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this storage bus. I'm going to give it a bunch of capacity, as well as some fuzzy. Throw these items in here. And in the fuzzy section, we're going to do match any. Okay, perfect. Input output bidirectional. And what I'm going to do is grab some armor pieces. And what we're going to do at the same time is we need a interface. Right here. And a laser node. Go ahead and craft that, as well as some item cards. And what I'm going to do is set up our laser node and say our south face is extract. Our west face is insert. And what I can do, this is just to initially fill the device here. We're going to add a fuzzy card. And as we add to the storage bus, we will throw them in. Oh, I meant to set it as a filter, but I'm sure we can grab more netherite pants. Let me just grab a pair. We're going to see if this works. If I set this with fuzzy, it should send all of them into this armory cabinet. Okay, it didn't grab all of them. There is another method of which we can use here. Which is take this off and just go netherite helmets, netherite chest, netherite pants, netherite boots. Make sure these are added on our storage bus. So I'm going to remove these and I'm going to just add all the different armor types. So that as we put armor in, they should come here if I set this as a higher priority. Takes a while to set up, but we only need to do it once, hopefully. We're gonna do a different method of filling our armory cabinet here that will hopefully work. Should probably just add almost all the different armor types. It's gonna be really cool how we're gonna fill it, I'm telling you. Oops. There we go. This will be good enough for now, I think. That's a good amount of armor types. Maybe throw in the crystallized stuff. Yeah, let's just throw in the crystallized pieces. As well as the force armor. And now what we're going to do is make a bunch of patterns here. Oh, I'm going to be under attack in a second. And what we're going to do is make some more patterns first, just so that we don't have to worry about those. I'm going to do a bit of villager trading here while those craft. And now for the fun part. So we're going to grab a pattern for 256 disk, pattern for 256 storage drive, 64, 16, 4, and 1. Go ahead and throw these in here. I'm going to spread them out a little bit. And let's see if we have the materials for another 256 drive. We do. So let's craft that. And what I need is a MEIO port. Which, you know what? Let's just make a pattern for. And request that. We're going to take our 256 storage cell, our new one. And the little trickery we're going to do here is I'm going to take out all the items in the ME system. So this is now empty. And we're going to feed all the items we have back in. Now, something that should have done is, if it had worked, filled the armory cabinet. But it looks like our fuzzy card isn't quite working how I'd hoped. Which is very sad indeed. For now, though, what we'll do is we will just basically, anytime we get armor, we'll just manually put it in this drive. So I'm just going to break these. Yeah, the armory cabinet didn't get quite all we were hoping for. Gonna break apart this housing. I'm really bummed that didn't work how I hoped it would. The fuzzy filter doesn't quite always do what you hope it will. I need to tell it not to match tags. I'm gonna make sure I did this right. This should be the storage bus interface. Yeah, okay. If we look at making a terminal, in fact, I'm just going to make patterns here for a crafting terminal. Because we are going to need that for a future craft. And throw that down over here. We can see it got some of the armor pieces. In fact, actually, it may have gotten all of them. That actually worked. If I'm looking at that right. I'm going to take off some of these crystallized, and I'm going to add the force tools. We'll do another MEIO port cycle and see if they all go in here. So to do that, we'll take out our drive with items. Let's see if those went in. Oh, it is working. Never mind. I am a genius. Oh, that's excellent. Eventually, we'll need to go through all these things and break them down. We're just not doing that quite yet. Okay. But the armory cabinet finished off our basic storage section. Why don't we move on to our portable storage section? So we're going to need a pocket dimension backpack, a dank knoll, a dock, and a dank upgrade. So let's make a pocket dimension backpack, which needs a bunch of garbage. And now that's done. It's good for the early game, but we're past that early game. Also just gonna throw these quest rewards in our storage. And why don't we also clean up? So I know we have the mitts. What other weapons and tools are we getting a bunch of that I can throw in the armory cabinet? I think we'll just do the mitts for now. Let me add mitts to the filter. And once again, cycle our network. This should have all the mitts in it too now. Perfect. Okay. Next up is dank knolls, which I actually plan to use a little bit of. So let's just make a basic dank. Make a dock, which requires black concrete, because of course it does, right? We'll go ahead and make some concrete. There's a way to automate all the concretes that I will set up later, because we might use some concrete for a base design idea I have. Let's make the dock. Okay, quest complete. And then I'm gonna make some dank upgrades. We'll make a 1 to 2. Completes the quest section. I think if I gotta remember how to use this. I think I gotta put it in the dock. Nope. I actually don't know how to use the 1 to 2 upgrade. But we made it. What I do want is a dank 7, which we can upgrade this way. I don't understand the purpose of these, because all I have to do is upgrade it that way. Which I am going to get the highest dank we can. I'm not sure if we have enough nether stars. Oh, we need to make this one first. Let's see, how many nether stars do we have? Well, we can use generalized end predictions, which we should have a bunch of. To make a few nether stars. And there is our dank 7. Awesome, awesome. We're gonna need this later, just not right now, not yet. Go ahead and claim our crest rewards. Ooh, void upgrade for pedestals. Okay, we'll throw... Oh, one day I won't throw my Akashic Tome away. But today is not that day. Let's head into magical. So we need Corporea Sparks, as well as a Master Corporea Spark. So let's look at making some Corporea Sparks. We do need some Ender Air Bottle, which we can just buy from clerics. Oh. There's a mimic. There he is. What do we get? Charm of Sinking. Can move freely in water. Nice. What was the other thing we needed? We needed some actual sparks. And we could just go get some Ender Air. instead of trading. We'll just do that. If it works like it used to, all we have to do is come out here and right click. There is a apotheosis boss here, which we are going to kill. Hopefully. I should probably put down my ender inhibitor. Let's see, where did that boss go? There he is. I didn't bring my ender inhibitor with me, but he is one shot away from dying. Awesome. Let's go ahead and head back home. I'm going to just immediately turn this to Godforged Pearls, just so that we don't forget. And now we should be able to make Corporea Sparks. As well as a couple masters. So Corporea Sparks are the first part of Corporea networks, which allow you to request items from connected inventories. Networks can only handle active requests. Nothing is done passively, nor can it ever add items. Corporea Sparks automatically connect to other nearby Corporea Sparks of the same color, which can be changed using dyes, and each network requires a Master Spark. Corporea Sparks can access items in the inventory directly below them, and this does not apply to the Master Corporea Spark, which has to be placed on an inventory but cannot access it for some reason. So a Corporea Crystal Cube can be right-clicked with an item, and it will display the amount of that item that is in the network. Comparators will emit a signal based on the amount of that item. Okay, well, we'll need to craft one of those. A Corporea Index, when near it, you can say in chat an item and the amount to request from inventories, such as 32 stone or half a stack of stone. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's actually really cool. And then funnels. When given a redstone signal, the Corporea funnel will request an item from its Corporea network and insert it into the inventory 1 or 2 blocks below itself, or drop it on the ground. Place a filled item frame on it and set which item is requested. Rotate it once to pull 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Okay. We'll craft one of those. And then we need to make a Corporea Interceptor. The Corporea Interceptor will emit a redstone pulse when the item in an item frame placed on it is requested, but none are available. Ah. I'm starting to see how these all work together. And a retainer. Well, we'll go ahead and make these. Oh, we need Dreamwood and Elf Glass. Let's grab some glass here. I'm going to get our mana pools running. And hopefully we have enough mana here, but let's get some mana glass first. Oh, we don't have enough mana in any pool. What about this one? Okay. And then we'll just need to turn this to Elf Glass. Easy done. I'm gonna kill the angry Endermen down here. They're driving me nuts. And then we just need dream wood. So let's grab some of our living wood. Throw it through. And now we should be able to make the Corporea crystal cube. Let's see if we can make our index. Ooh, that is expensive. And our funnel requires a dropper. Our interceptor, a block of redstone. And our retainer, a chest. Boom. Magical storage quest section complete. To finish digital, we're gonna need some... here, let me clean up my request tab here. We need some quartz enriched iron and some cables. Then we just need a controller. Which is just a machine case and a controller. Now, we need to make the RF Tools storage scanner, modular storage, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and we already have gotten a tier 4. So let's go ahead and do these next. We'll make a storage casing, or storage scanner. A modular storage. Oh. We'll need a tier 1 module. A tier 2 module. And a tier 3. Digital storage chapter complete. Awesome. Another loot bee just spawned. Still trying to get a bee spawn egg. Not getting lucky though. Let's see, I completed quests somewhere else too. Ah. I'm gonna throw these prediction matrices in here. If we keep going down the list, we get Foodies and Farmer, which we can make most of this pretty quick. Then Gadgets and Gizmos, On a Pedestal, Base Expansion. So why don't we start at the top with Foodies and Farmers. We're going to need a stove, a cooking pot, cooking table, fridge, cow in a jar, oven, raw mutton chops, raw chicken cuts, and raw bacon. So let's start by making a stove. Done. Then we'll need a cooking pot. Which, probably somewhere like over here, I'm going to place this down. We're going to need a cooking table, which does require cooking for blockheads. So let's take a book. Cook it up real quick. Let me get myself a soda here. Oh, I totally forgot I had my face cam on. I'm so not used to it. That's hilarious. Okay, we got our cooking for blockheads, which we can... Oh, it needs the 2. So we need 2 crafting tables. Cooking for blockheads 2, which I don't know if that's a quest. And cooking table. We also need a fridge. A cow in a jar is a jar. Oh, we need a milk bucket. Let's get a bucket here. Check if any of the quests gave us a milk bucket. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna place down these pieces. And then I'm gonna turn off our passive mob farm so that we can grab a cow as well as milk from it. Okay, got it. We'll make a jar. And we'll just need an anvil. A little hole, which we'll just do right here. We'll place the jar, the cow, and the anvil. We now have cow in a jar. Isn't he beautiful? Okay, and now we just need a oven, which requires black stained glass. Which we'll add to our multi-block here. That should be a few more of the quests done. Gonna add the toaster right there. Don't judge me. Okay. Now we just need to do some raw mutton, chicken, and bacon, which we'll get by grabbing mutton, chicken, and pork. And we just need our cutting board and a knife. Place the pork, cut it. The cutlets, cut them. And the mutton. Is that the last quest? Let's double check. Oh, we're missing that one. Okay. Going to turn in a bunch of quests here. And all we need is a kitchen cabinet, kitchen counter. Oh my gosh, I keep immediately typing in JEI on accident. Make a kitchen cabinet and a counter. And that should be goodies and food complete. Go ahead and place these here. Let's see, is this ready for a harvest? Kind of. With goodies and food complete. Ooh, what do we get? Tool rack, sweet berry, hot cocoa. The tool rack is part of the kitchen multi-block structure, so we'll add that right there. And now we'll move on to our gadgets and gizmos. We're gonna need a nature's compass, flux core, which is, we're gonna have to get into mechanism, and a personal shrinking device. So let's make nature's compass. And I want this in my backpack. Which does give us a cloud in a bottle, which I also want in my backpack. Make a personal shrinking device. And now it's time to make flux dust. And honestly, what we're going to do is it's just time to get into mechanism. While we're trying to mostly use magic mods for everything, there are some things we just simply cannot do without mechanism, such as making flux dust. So why don't we make some metallurgic infusers. As a pattern. Make a pattern for furnaces too. And we're gonna want, we'll start with 4. The 4 basics. That does give us some quests in our mechanism tree, which is excellent. And we need to wire these up. Why don't we use a modular router to help with getting energy around? We need an area for our setup here. Trying to think of where we're going to put this. I think for now, we're just gonna put it out front and then eventually make an area for it. I do need yeah, you know what? I'm gonna set something up really fast. I'm actually gonna call the stream here in a minute. We made amazing progress on quests today. What I'm gonna do is start importing our lava, since I AFK for so long, or like my base runs while I'm not on. I'm gonna get lava into our ME system. Let's see if our fluid cell is full on types. It's not. How come this isn't importing? Do I need to say, yeah, it's set to both. Are we at our channel limit? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're nowhere near the channel limit. Why isn't that working? What if I put it to the side of this one? Yeah, there we go. It was just because it was on the top. So now as my lava drips, it'll actually go into my ME system while I'm AFK. I am curious what our honey got up to. 31 buckets. Our power's slowly being chipped away at. I think I'm going to set this to, instead of coal, to give blaze meshes. And I'm going to put a crap ton of blaze mesh over in this backpack so that our ME system can pull it. Just to ensure my power gen is working even when we aren't on. Beautiful. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a bunch of quests done. We didn't quite start Elemental Craft yet. We're going to have to dive into that in the next stream, as well as continue quests. But Elemental Craft is coming up. You see, we just have to finish Gadgets, Pedestals, Expansion, and then Elemental Craft. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, maybe leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me more than you could imagine. I hope you had a wonderful day or night, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.